We should probably agree on a time for a meeting. The wrong thing for me to do is to send Martine an email that says, hey Martine, can you shoot me over some potential times of when the demo would work for you? Or, hey Martine, here's a link to my Calendly. Feel free to suggest the time. Who wants to unmute themselves and tell me why you think, I think, or why you believe this, that it's the wrong thing to do when you have to set a meeting, set a demo, set a time, and you just send the person over an email invite asking them for some times, or your Calendly invite. Why would that be the wrong thing to do?
Because it doesn't give the urgency as far as getting in touch with the client, rather than the alternative is, okay, are you available on November 25th at 3 p.m. for XYZ?
Yep.
And, or if it doesn't work, then you could say, well, what about this date? Like giving them a specific date and time where they have to either agree or not agree and get to that day and time that they are available rather than leaving it at open schedule.
100%. Let me say what you just said in a slightly different way, but you said it great. Okay, there's Chad Turgott. Hi Chad, how you doing? I got to have a meeting with Chad. Chad works for a company, right? Chad's got to get 3 other people. Your business life and your personal life, they're not all that different. It's easy in both your business life and your personal life to tell the people in your life, this is going to happen at this time. If you ask people, can you make this time? Is this a good time? There's now a 7,000% greater probability that Chad's going to go, well, that works for me. Let me check with Truder. Hey, KT, this time work for you? No, dude. That's not going to work for me. I'm booked at that time. Versus me sending something over to Chad, right? Hey, Chad, it's happening. I'm going to shoot you over an invite for 2 p.m. I've sent you an invite for 2 p.m. on Tuesday. If that time works, simply accept and forward to your team. If not, feel free to suggest a new time. Now Chad's going to go, it's not ideal, but it's already done. I'll agree to it. KT's going to go, man, I'm double booked, but the other one is my weekly call with ops. I'll tell them to hold off for 15 minutes and I'll let everybody know I've got a hard stop during that meeting, and the meeting gets accepted, okay? The other problem, the Calendly stuff. Guys, I'm just gonna say at our level, at the incomes that we make, Calendly is complete freaking garbage. Complete garbage. Calendly belongs on your website for people to schedule things in a passive manner. Maybe even not. 90% of the time somebody's using Calendly, they're using it in the wrong way. It is the single most disrespectful thing that you can do if this is a high-level conversation. Here's my calendar, pick a time. Like, when you're communicating that to the environment, are you communicating, man, I am organized, I'm professional, my time is valuable? You're not communicating any of that, right? They're looking at you the same way they look at the Domino's app. And then you guys send people links to your Calendly, and you guys have 15 meetings scheduled in a day, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this day. I've got 15 meetings scheduled. And guess what? 3 people show up out of 15. 12 don't even show up because you're acting like a freaking Domino's app. And out of the 15 that said they were gonna do it, 9 of them never even wanted to have the meeting. Make an effort. Get people to agree to a time. Do a little bit of work on your part. We're not selling freaking pepperoni pizzas. We're all making well over 6 figures, okay? We're dealing with very complex sales. Don't send them a Calendly app. Send them a bang bang email, okay? What is the bang bang email? The bang bang email is, I'm gonna take control of my own life. It's a lot less stressful for me. So if I gotta have a meeting with Chad, and Chad's gotta wrangle KT, he's gotta wrangle Gary, and he's gotta wrangle Mike Dickens, right? I'm gonna first and foremost think about myself. Put your mask on before helping others. And I'm gonna go, I got a 20-minute block here. I got a 15-minute block here on Thursday at 1 p.m. I mean, that would be my ideal time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up a calendar invite, and I'm gonna create an invitation for the meeting, 15 minutes. I'm not gonna stretch it out really long. If it's a 10-minute conversation, make it a 10-minute invitation for, what time did I say? We'll just say 1 p.m. Thursday. For 1 p.m. Thursday, I'm gonna put Chad's name in the invite. I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to hit send. Now I'm going to write a separate email. And that is going to say meeting 1 p.m. on Thursday. And I'm going to say, Chad, as promised, I've created a meeting invite for 1 p.m. on Thursday. I've sent that to you an invitation. If that time works, simply, I'm going to use the word simply because I'm showing Chad how simple it is to accept the meeting. Simply accept the meeting and forward to anybody else that you want to attend, because I know he's going to have to invite Mikey D and Chris, right? And if not, okay, period, forward to anybody you'd like to attend. If not, feel free to suggest a new time. And then why is this called a bang bang email? Because I've now have the invite sitting there on my desktop or my phone, right? And I have the email. Once they're both written, bam, send on the email, and then bam, right afterwards, send on the invite. I lay in bed at night thinking about this stuff so you guys don't have to. How this is going to display to Chad is beep beep, he's going to get a meeting invitation. And then instantaneously afterward, he's going to get an email that talks about the meeting invitation. Because if you guys just send a meeting invitation, Chad is going to go, who the hell is this guy? Who does he think he is? He doesn't control my schedule. But if Chad gets a meeting invitation, goes, what's this? But then instantaneously there's an email after it that says, hey, I've gone ahead and set the time for Thursday, 1 p.m. If that time works, simply accept and forward to your team. If not, feel free to suggest a new time. Now Chad's going to go, he's pretty organized and professional. His time's pretty valuable. Thursday at 1, I mean, it's not great, but I'll just tell Chris to move his meeting with the program engineers later. Let's go ahead and do it. And there's a 92% chance they'll accept the meeting. 8% of the time, Chad's going to go, that's not works for me. I'm in the doctor, right? Can we do Friday? To that point, I'm just going to change the existing meeting invite to Friday. Keep it really, really simple. Okay? I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this, but this is something that we screw up all the time. If you guys counted the amount of emails you sent back and forth to prospects, does 2 p.m. work? No, doesn't work for us. Does 1 p.m. work for you? No, it's thousands of emails.